Hello everyone, I'm Tarria, and I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm back again reading out of the book of Expert Secrets. And we're going to begin with the secret pound number 12, the perfect webinar. And before I begin to read on about the perfect webinar, on tomorrow, I will have a busy day tomorrow. At 5 o'clock, I will be speaking with my business advisor. And then at 6 o'clock, I will have a webinar with ClickBank University. And then at 8 o'clock, I will be on a webinar call, confirmation call with the Super Affiliate Network. And it is important that you get on these webinar calls in engagement with your mentors and your coaches as well, because that will help you succeed and grow in your business online as well. So we're going to begin to read secret pound number 12, the perfect webinar. And that's what we want to be able to have, a perfect webinar. The perfect webinar. And here's a picture of the perfect webinar. If you can see, that's the picture of the perfect webinar. And I'm going to begin to read the perfect webinar. I am sitting here in my living room on tonight, and we're going to begin to read the perfect webinar, the intro wrapper, and the content. I hesitated to call this secret the perfect webinar because I don't want you to think this script only works for webinars. It was initially created for webinars under the same name. But since then, we successfully use it for video sales letters, telemars, webinars, stage presentations, email sequence, and more. It should probably be titled The Perfect Presentation, but our community has adopted the name of the perfect. So we'll keep in the same. Just don't forget that this script can and should be used in all selling situations, not just webinars. And remember that. In this secret, I'll break down the script process. Then the next 3 secrets will walk through it step by step. And there are steps that you have to take along this process that you must follow in order to for your business to run successful online. Everything covered so far will be plugged into specific sections of the script. Yes, there is a method to my madness. And while it may seem like we're doing a lot in this script, there is just one goal. Get them to believe one thing. Excuse me. That's it. If you ask someone to believe in more than one thing, your sales will suffer. Jason Flatter once explained, the idea is to have a single profit, the idea is to have a single point of belief, and you have to have a belief in your message, that your message is built around and emphasized over and over again from a variety of different angles. In other words, you want to be able to get your message out there into the world at different angles if you're trying to make a sale and an offer to someone. The big domino I mentioned earlier, that is the key thing they need to believe. The whole presentation is created to knock down that one domino, and that's it. The 3 secrets you're about to learn are not new things you're trying to get them to believe. They are the tools you use to attack the dominoes from a variety of different angles. That is the key to the perfect webinar. When you understand this, you're ready to build your presentation. There are a lot of moving pieces in this script, and every single one of them in their specific reason. Make sure you don't leave anything out. Before we dive into each individual element, let's look at an overview of the whole process, there are four major parts. Part one, you can write this down if you like. The introduction / building wrapper. This is where you'll welcome people to the presentation, be a rapper, pique their courtesy, and get them excited also. This is where you start actually persuading people. That doesn't begin at the close, that begins the second you start talking. The sentence persuasion and the one thing. And here's a picture of the sentence persuasion. And if you could see, that's the picture of the persuasion and the one thing. Justify families. Encourage dreams. Allow fears. Confirm suspicions. Throw rocks at enemies. Part two, the one thing. During this section, you'll try to pique their courtesy, curiosity. You'll identify the big domino, the one thing, and tell your first Epiphany Bridge story, your organ story. Right off the bat, you're giving people the same epiphany you had when you discovered the new opportunity. This is your first attempt to knock down the big domino. Part three, the secrets, breaking and rebuilding belief. And you want to be able to break down someone's belief and be able to rebuild their belief in online sales as affiliates in marketing. This is the content section of the presentation. You need to identify the false beliefs they have around the following. Number one, you can write this down if you would like, the vehicle or new opportunity. And remember, back in one of my videos, we talked about the vehicle and the new opportunity, which is what's consulted in the new opportunity change. Their ability to use the vehicle external belief. You have to get them to believe your external belief and what you're trying to offer them. And number three, the number one thing they believe in keeping them from getting started, external beliefs. You already identified these earlier, so all you can have to do is tell Epiphany Bridge stories that break their false belief systems and rebuild them with the truth, the three secrets. And that's what you want to be able to do. Break down their false beliefs and rebuild their true beliefs. The three secrets, the vehicle, number one. Number two, external beliefs. Number three, external beliefs. And that. And you, in the vehicle is you. And that would be me and that. And here's a picture of it. As you can see. You got to be able to rebuild a person's belief. And notice that the three secrets are not trying to get people to believe new things. They are simply false beliefs they already have about your one thing. If you knock down these three beliefs through the content section of the persuasion, the big domino will fall and they will join your new opportunity. And that's what you want to be able to do to get people to join your new opportunity. And we're going to read about what keeps them from believing. And here's a picture of what keeps them from believing. As you can see. What keeps them from believing? Part 4, the stack. Here is where you move from the teaching to the sales portion of the presentation. Don't worry if you're nervous about this. I'm going to give you a magic sentence that will make the transition seamless and natural. And that's what we're all going to be nervous about, making the transition and making it natural for our first time. You'll then present your offer in a very precise format we call the stack. And remember, we talked about the stack in one of my videos. And you'll weave in some very specific specific clauses that have been proven to persuade to take the action they need in order to get results. And that's what we want to be able to do. We need to take the actions in our business and the action steps along the process in order to get results and commissions as well. And yes, you will be using your stack slide during the portion of the presentation. Let me ask you a question. Money is good information alone. Us versus them, only excuses. Discipline, discipline income, money or excuses. The hand hold reluctant hours. Many reluctant hours, your two choices. Say goodbye if you only quit, and break old habits. There are two choices, now or later. The choice is yours. And now we have to break the old habits that we have in order to rebuild new habits. In other words, we got to get rid of what we used to do in order to create the future on what we're building in the future. Whether it's our whether it's our business or in a relationship as well. This is a bird eye view of the perfect webinar structure. After you master it, you'll be able to give a presentation like this on the fly. But it is important to really understand the objectives for each section. So the next 3 chapters will break down each part of the perfect webinar slide by slide. And in the next 3 chapters we're going into is going to break down the webinars slide by slide. And we will be going into secret pound number 13 in the next video on tomorrow, the one thing. And I hope you all got some value and content and education out tonight on Expert Secrets. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and this is for education purposes only. And we will be having a webinar with the Super Affiliate Network on tomorrow beginning at 8 o'clock. And that's the Super Affiliate Network. And for you all that want to join in, is welcome to join in as well. And like I said, I hope you got some value and giving me some likes and shares and give me some comments on today's lesson. And see you on tomorrow in the next video of Expert Secrets.